Hi guys, welcome back to The Helpful Teacher. We are back again with another tutorial, but this time we're gonna do things a little bit differently. I have for you 4 tips of how to stay sane while teaching in a pandemic. So without further ado, let's get started. So how's everyone doing? I know some of you guys are back to work. Some of you guys are still doing professional development, and some of you are still in the summer. Congrats to you. I have just completed my first week of professional development. We have one more left and then our school day is going to start. But I thought of this video a couple of days ago and I felt like today would be the best day to record. So let's go ahead and jump right in with tip number 1. How to stay sane while teaching during a pandemic. Be anxious for nothing. Some of y'all know what I'm talking about when I say be anxious for nothing, right? So we've been put in this situation that none of us have never experienced. We would have never dreamed of this happening, and we have 2 options. We can choose to be anxious and flustered and frustrated and all those different emotions that for some are our go-to emotions that we have at the beginning of the school year. Or we can choose to control our emotions. Trust me, I'm still learning this too. But you are able to control what you're thinking and how you're thinking. So you feel yourself getting anxious? Stop. Ask yourself, do I have control over this situation? Is this something that I can change? If it's not, let it go. Let it go and move on. One of the sayings that I always say in my classroom is when things get out of control, hot mess express, I go to, it is what it is, and I move on. Number 2, do your best, and don't compare with anyone else. We're learning all these new terms and technology, synchronous learning, asynchronous learning. I didn't know what that was until they told me in a PD a few weeks ago. I didn't know those terms. So of course, I've talked to plenty of teachers that have been teaching for, 10 or more years, and they're like, this feels like my first day of teaching. And I'm like, me too, sis, me too. Especially when you go on Facebook and you see all these different groups and teachers just whipping out all these new resources and creating Bitmoji classrooms and recording and all these different things, and you're sitting over there like, can someone teach me how to share my screen on Zoom? And unfortunately for some, many are really taking this time very hard, and they're being very hard on themselves, and some of them may even feel inadequate. But guess what? You are not. All we can do, guys, is learn what we can, take our time, and give ourselves some grace. Give yourself grace. You're an educator. You're gonna do what you need to do to make sure your kids are successful, and that's all that matters. Tip number 3, choose peace and joy. I was looking at this quote and it really inspired me. I'm gonna read it down below. And the quote says, inner peace begins the moment you choose not to allow another person or an event to control your emotions. Yes, I want to highlight that word choose. We have a choice, guys. We have a choice to keep our peace and to keep our joy and happiness, especially when different circumstances arise. Again, it's all about monitoring our thinking and pausing and saying, I'm not going there. What is the good in this that I can find to make me get through this event or situation? And that leads me to number 5, smile and have fun. All right, let's just try it. Everybody make a big smile right now. Doesn't that do something to you when you smile? I know when I'm always doing my training, I'm like, y'all, I smile. Because if I don't smile, I'm going to have a stank face, what I call it, a stank face. And I just don't want to. So yes, I'm in pain. My cheeks are hurting. I feel like if you have positive energy, you're gonna exude that to others. Now, am I saying just smile at everything and act like everything is peaches and cream and life is amazing? No. What I'm saying is find the good in a situation and take it and hold on to that. Instead of, you know how we are, we can be negative, we're pointing out everybody's wrong, we're pointing out everything that district has done wrong, we're pointing out everything that higher officials have done wrong. You know how we are. But all that does is bring on negativity. So instead, let's smile, let's find the best in everything, and let's make sure that this year is the best year yet. I hope that this video encouraged you. I hope that it was just what you needed to start off your school year. If it did, please like this video, subscribe to The Helpful Teacher. I am going to continue to release new technology tutorials, and I hope that you stay tuned for the ride. Thank you so much for joining us. See you again later. Bye, guys. That